Okay, good. Hello. So dipersilakan Versola untuk buat persembahan pembentangan pertama. Pembentangan. And finale by Terengganu Selika.
Okey, Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang. Kita teruskan sesi pembentangan bagi kategori industri besar pada petang ini. Sebelum itu, ingin saya maklumkan bahawa salah seorang daripada juri kita tidak dapat hadir pada masa sekarang lah atas perlu menghadiri satu mesyuarat online secara urgent lah ya. So dia akan menyertai kemudian, tapi untuk pembentangan yang sekarang ni beliau akan melihat video rakaman dan juga slide pembentangan yang akan diberikan kepada dia untuk penilaian lah ya selepas berakhir sesi pembentangan ke-55 nanti. Okey. So tanpa membuang masa, majlis diteruskan dengan pembentangan oleh finalis bagi Anugerah PLWS 2022 bagi kategori industri besar. So dengan itu, tanpa membuang masa, saya mempersilakan pembentang pertama bagi kategori ini. Dipersilakan First Solar Malaysia Yang Berhad akan dibentangkan oleh Puan Khairina binti Yaakob. Dipersilakan.
Alright. Assalamualaikum. Selamat tengah hari. Good afternoon to esteemed panel of judges, fellow finalists, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karina Yaakob, and I will be representing First Solar, and I will be sharing with all of you about our PLWS implementation challenges and benefits. This will be the agenda that I will be covering for today. And before I go into our presentation, I would like to share a short video with all of you. Video, please. Alright, So for Solar Malaysia, we are located in Kulim High Tech Park, Kedah, and we are a subsidiary of First Solar Inc., headquartered in Tempe, Arizona. And we are a company that hires 100% Malaysian workforce, and we brand our employees as associates, which I will be using interchangeably throughout my presentation. All right, so let's take a look at the company performance analysis. All right, so as we all know, in 2020, the worldwide went into an unprecedented pandemic. We are not spared by this pandemic. As you can see, we are somewhat impacted in terms of our productivity and total output. However, despite being still being in pandemic in 2021, right? We have been able to record a positive performance trending in 2021. As you can see, our labor productivity and total output per labor cost has recorded a positive increase, positive trending, as well as labor cost per employee and unit labor cost has recorded a positive downward trending. Right? So let's now take a look at our PLWS implementation information. So in total, the model that Fasola is utilizing is a combined model whereby we incorporated profitability of the company as well as the productivity of the associates. All right. So there are in total 11 elements that are part of our systems, which I will be talking in detail. All right. So the first element, right, contractual and non-contractual bonus. So in terms of contractual, we have 1 month bonus at the end of the year. And in terms of non-contractual performance, it's incorporated in terms of 3 elements, which is number 1, in terms of company business performance, which carries 60%, individual performance, which carries 20%, and the team performance, which carries another 20%. So it's 60, 20, 20, all right? And then our second element, salary increment. So this is based on associates' individual performance, right? They are assessed every year. And the overall budget is determined by company's performance and profitability. Our third element, individual, group, and achievement. All right, so the first program we have, the first incentive that we have is special festive productivity incentive, whereby this is a premium incentive that is given out to associates who support our running of production during festive season, which means Hari Raya Puasa and Hari Raya Haji. So they are able to qualify for a quantum premium, total incentive payout of 800. This is on top of their OT allowance, and this is payable. They are eligible for this if they are able to meet all the productivity criteria. All right. We also have a local recognition, which we call e-cafe recognition, as well as a global program, Radiance, Excellence in Action, and Supernova. So this rewards employees' contributions and exemplary contributions in terms of cash rewards. All right. And there is also a Best Quality Plant and Best Plant Award. So this is to inculcate positive, healthy competitions among different plants to ensure that they perform best in terms of their quality and in terms of their output performance. All right. We also have attendance incentives, cost and time saving incentives, waste, rework, and reject reduction incentives. Okay. We also do our allowance for multitasking and allowance for multi-skilling. This is under the category of stipend allowance. And also we also give out allowance for internal trainers or internal peer trainers that are voluntary, giving up their time to bring up the skill set of the workforce. All right. Our 10th element, hardship incentives, as we were in pandemic the past 2 years, right? So these are the programs that we introduced as part of incentive to boost attendance, to boost output, and to boost productivity. So all these are made eligible to those who support the production running, the operations running, and be able to meet the productivity target. All right. And we also do have other incentives in terms of, OT allowance, transport allowance, phone, internet, meal allowance, training premium allowance, service award, retirement benefits, and fully sponsored scholarship if they are meeting the performance requirement. All right. So this is a sample of an annual earning of 2021 for 2021 for the operators level. All right, so as you can see, this is the snapshot of their salary, total earnings from January to December. So the first element, their basic salary, so that encompass 35.7% out of their total income, total earnings in 2021. All right. And that's the element of contractual bonus, that is payable in December, as well as performance bonus that is payable in March. Annual increment, as I said earlier, this is based on their individual performance that is granted to them in March, as well as the rest of the incentives that he qualified for supporting the operations. For example, during the Raya incentive that I mentioned, or if he participated in Kaizen project, department sport awards and such. So in total, his total earnings in 2021 in terms of variable components that are linked to productivity and profitability carry 64.3% out of the PLWS elements. All right. So in terms of challenges, of course, there are challenges in implementing this for us. All right. Number one, of course, consistent communication. Right. We need to constantly communicate to build awareness of what this system is all about, what this program is all about. Secondly, we need to have a structure that meets their basic needs, right? Because of course, there are some months that they will get more, some months that they will get less, right? Based in terms of their productivity, right? We need to have, thirdly, we need to have a fair appraisal system to ensure that, because whatever that the system is, the gist of it is ties back to their individual performance. So we need to make sure that we assess them accurately and fairly. Number 4 is, of course, we need to have a continuous review and improvement to ensure that whatever that we are offering is meeting the company's needs as well as the individual productivity rate. And lastly, we need to be committed to workforce development, because we need to be committed to bring them up to the next level. All right. What are the benefits to the employees? So again, I'm sharing the snapshot that shows the increase in income to the employees. So this is in comparison from when he was hired in 2014 versus his income in 2021. So his total earnings has increased by 217.3%, right? And associates are also given the opportunity to development, right? Because why? Our development framework touches every level, even at the shop floor. Okay, so this is an example of a shop floor development program, right? These are the development opportunities that is made available throughout the site to everyone who is interested to, to sign up and be part of that development journey. Associates who meet the performance criteria may also be, eligible for educational sponsorship. So this is a diploma, internal diploma that we customize under SKM, and we offer in batches to our associates, right? Associates may also enroll under lifelong learning, where they can take up degree and so on and so forth, right? And also they have an opportunity to learn from other international sites, technical learning as well. Okay, and by having so, we are able to create a career progressions for our associates. So as you can see, from 2008 to 2015, we have increased the percentage of technical workforce of our total employees. All right. These are some of the engagement activities that we have in place for associates to be part of, right? Major festivals, dinners, recognition programs, wellness for life. We are an advocate of, healthy living and healthy eating and such, right? Wellness for life program, and also CSR's program, all right? So what are the benefits to us as an employer? Of course, increase in revenue. So for a site, at site level, our main KPI is through the measurement of total output and efficiency, right? Because we are solely manufacturing site. So in regards to total output, right? As you can see, in comparison to 2020, our total output has increased by 69% in 2021, as well as our efficiency has increased by 2.3% in 2021. Increase in labor productivity, right? You can see in comparison to 2020, our labor productivity has increased by 71%, and our total output per labor for 2021 has increased by 140%. right? As well as benefits towards cost saving, okay? So we measure cost saving through cost per watt. However, this is a proprietary information that is held at the corporate level. So for site level, we measure it through cascade yield, all right? So what is cascade yield? It's we measuring the declining number of scrap modules, right? We meaning less rejects. So based on our performance last year, the estimated cost avoidance in terms of scrap modules is equivalent to 6 million per year. All right. And in terms of headcount retention, we have been very stable and we have been able to record a positive trending retention rate at above 90%, way above the market retention rate. And we have also been able to consistently record positive engagement results, right? We have been trending above 85 throughout the years. Okay, and these are also along comes with, you know, good, high engagement workforce, good practices. We have also, you know, been able to receive industry recognitions over the years. So all in all, we are glad that, you know, to be implementing PLWS because we see it as a win-win competitive edge for the company as well as for the associates. Thank you very much.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Karina, for the sharing. Shabas to First Solar.
Thank you, Dr. May.
Thank you. Okay, first question is that your PLWS, when did you implement it?
We started implement it back in 2008 with a few elements, and over the years, you know, gradually we have incorporated more and more elements into the system.
Okay, 2008.
Yes.
Okay, can you show the slide, most probably on slide 45, I think. All right, about the labor productivity trend, it is like a yo-yo trend indeed. Yeah, 2017 up, 2017 is there, then 2018 down, 2019 up, and then of course the MCO is down, and then 2021 is picking up. So what are the sustainable actions carried out by the company to ensure, you know, the trend is like up and it's not like in a yo-yo trend like?
So basically, the challenge, let me go back a few years, okay? Back in 2017, we went into a series of production and output change, all right? It was actually we were transitioning from Series 4 to Series 6. So with that transition, there were a lot of uncertainties in terms of tool maintenance, performance. So there were a lot of downtime and things like that. So as we gradually produced, we gotten more and more familiar with the tools, with the problems that it may cause, with the bottlenecks, and we were able to, you know, preempt and foresee and get that corrected before it happened. So it was more of a learning curve to get used to the new tool and be more familiar with the new processes for the new tools.
Okay, so there's the down in year 2018 lah.
Yes.
Okay. So can you go to slide 24, please? Okay, we can see this is January to December. We will think that this is 2021?
2021, correct.
Okay. So if we see the differences, of course, we can take out the element of performance bonus because there is a certain time frame that is being issued, right?
Correct.
Okay. So increment based on, okay, increment is there. So the consistent way attendance bonus for this person.
Yes.
Stipend is what again? Can you just explain?
Stipend is for multi-skilling
Ah,
or
okay. All right.
multitasking.
So there's 150 plus 50 ringgit, right? It's 200 ringgit. Shift allowance, that's depend on the shift patterns lah, the
Correct,
day and
day
the
and night.
night. Overtime, of course, they take a very big portion of it to make the employees come to events. Pretty impressive that an operator salary can draw up to 6,000. Is it 6,600, right?
That's right.
In the month of May, right?
Yep.
So, okay, there's a lot of overtime. Special festival productivity incentive. That's what you shared with us just now. That's
Correct.
is pretty unique and good. And the Kaizen, if let's say involved in any project, department sport award. Yeah, that is for the employees that did extremely.
Yeah, quality good catch or waste reduction,
Okay.
reject reduction.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit on the hardship incentive?
Okay, so hardship incentive is okay. So back in 2020, when it was during the PKP MCO, so for every of those months, associates who we recognize the hardship of them having to come to work because they have to go through, because we are residing close to the border. So our associates are residing in Penang, in Perak, so the fact that they need to travel to work, they have to go through police roadblocks and things like that, and there's a lot of uncertainty, right? There are a lot of fear, having to go out, having to go to work because you might be afraid of bringing back the virus home and things like that. So we introduced a hardship allowance during this period. It's actually a premium per day rate. So whoever come to work on that day, they qualify for that per day rate. And also, it's also a booster for attendance as well as a booster for productivity and output. Right? So during this period in 2021, so what happened was, if you recall back in 2021, this was during the period when Delta was spiking. So we were badly impacted, and we actually had meeting output issues during the first in August, output issues, as well as too many people are being put on quarantine because of either you have it or you are a close contact, right? So we had to turn around because there are numbers that we need to meet. So in having to do that, we transitioned from 4 shifts into 3 shifts. So during that period, everybody went into a change of shift because they have been used to it for the longest time. So everybody who works on 12 hours will receive automatically OT for 4 hours. And also they have that MCO incentive of that premium rate, 110 per day when they come to work. So which is why, yeah.
Yeah. That's on the case-by-case basis on the MCO, okay.
Yeah.
So it's good that you have a lot of allowances, right? It's a very long list. If I would have to ask, what is the so-called as productivity linked wage system, a system that exists in First Solar?
What do you mean by
I mean to say that, okay, allowances is good. It's a long list allowances, right? So we can see that there are contractual bonus and the performance bonus, and that is just once a year, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you mean to say that your productivity linked wage system as per se, is on the yearly basis. System, correct? It's on the yearly basis.
Yes. Technically, it's
bonus.
for the performance bonus as well as the increment, because the budget is of course dependent on the company's profitability.
Yeah.
But however, all those department support, there are programs, may not be reflected here, but the best plan award, best quality award, right?
Yeah.
So that ties into the performance of that particular group within that particular plan. So if they win it, that award amount will be redistributed back to the associates.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you, Dr. May.
Can you go to the challenges? Okay. You put here 5 challenges, but the way you presented everything look like good lah, everything. But why you need to have challenges? How are you going to address this issue? Why do you have challenges? Because the way you presented, salary is okay, operator got 6,000, something, and they can study, wow, everything, there. Why you need to have challenges? Of course, supposedly you just remove all this. Just put the, not for the sake, no, actually, it's a competition. Just for the sake of this component, you're putting there. Or, you brave enough. Come and tell us. You see, we do things, because there may be one critical challenge. What is the one critical main challenges that you have, or maybe minor challenges, or the 5 removed at all?
Well, technically, challenges will always be there, right? Because even though you have something good, the challenge with having something good, there is always the request of associates wanting more. So that is where you need to have that continuous review in place. Because if you continue to just giving the same thing, it's no longer exciting for them. Because technically, over the years, there are things going to be new processes, new targets, right? The finished good target will continue to increase every year. So in doing so, if we will continue to just remain the same without challenging ourselves to introduce something in a more, I would say, creative and lucrative way, it will no longer be attractive. And knowing the fact that we are in right now, I mean the industry is also booming, right? The challenge is that, of course, with retention as well, right? If we continue to remain stagnant and not continue to reinvent ourselves in this regard, then we will no longer be attractive in the eyes of the associates.
I have one question. Next slide. This is the sample.
Which one? This one? Yes.
No, the previous one, when all the sample in one table.
The salary.
This
Yes.
one. This is a sample only or actual one?
This is actual salary of
Actual
an
salary
associate.
lah.
Yes.
So this is for operators, kan?
For operators level.
Okay, so how many operators you have out of 300
Uh,
total?
Operators, hold on, let me look at the percentage. We have 21% of operators and 42% of non-exam. But whatever is showed here will also qualify for non-exam who are supporting operations and working on shift.
So the operators is not more than the management team lah?
Of course it's more. Of course it's more.
It's more, okay.
Yeah.
So in average they are earning now, they are getting a year 50,000.
In average.
Correct, yeah?
Yes,
So
for 2021.
It's 2021 lah. So
Yep.
they are subject to the income tax. Operators.
The moment I think you exceed that bracket, you are.
So far, I seen all the operators none exempted from their. So your earning is good lah because you have a 64.3% on the variable components, but they're linked to the income tax. I hope you pay the tax lah. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Just 1 minute. It's just like you put challenges fair and you go to challenges. I'm not very happy with the fair and transparent performance appraisal. But look at your component just now, the salary. Yeah, they get a higher salary. I mean, it's based on why you said fair and transparent. Is my first question. Second question: do you share that data they share with us just now, all the productivity? Because anyway, this is an American company based, am I right?
Yes.
If in Europe there's a act saying that you need to share everything, sharing information and communication with employees. And I gone through some study there when I was in Holland. Then I did the study in Shell. They share everything. Have you do that to if you said transparent, have you do that to your operators that how much you're earning, profitability, whatever circumstance, we don't know how you do that. Do that or not? Yes.
We implement a very fair communication open door policy. There's a monthly communication package that is shared. I mean, to cater for the shop floor, right? It's customized. That is shared in terms of the performance of the company. That's shared on monthly basis to the shift operations, and the shift manager is supposed to do the pass down and communication to the people, so that everybody is well aware of where we are in terms of performance.
Come and do an interview and study, then prove your statement later.
Yes, please. You may. Thank you so much.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada First Solar Malaysia Sdn Bhd dan pembentangnya Puan Khairina binti Yaakob. Kita teruskan pembentangan pada petang ini dengan menjemput pembentang kedua bagi syarikat besar iaitu Flextronics Technology Penang Sdn Bhd. Dan pembentangnya ialah Encik Vijay Subrayan. Dipersilakan.
Ni 15 minit belum start sebab ada technical problem. Saya rasa sementara menunggu mungkin saya boleh buat mukadimah kot. Okey, terima kasih Puan Pengerusi Majlis. Salam sejahtera. Dah, okey. Tak apa, biar saya buat mukadimah dulu. Salam sejahtera dan selamat petang yang berusaha Puan Sadiah dan pegawai-pegawai kanan Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan Malaysia, barisan juri-juri yang dihormati dan seterusnya rakan seperjuangan dan wakil-wakil majikan yang saya sanjungi. Saya Vijay Subrayan mewakili Flex Penang akan membentangkan ataupun lebih kepada berkongsi maklumat bersama-sama para hadirin sekalian. Saya juga ingin mengucapkan tahniah kepada semua finalis dan yang pastinya kita semua adalah juara ya. Saya percaya kita dapat belajar bersama-sama melalui program yang dianjurkan oleh Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan Malaysia pada hari ini. Okey, dengan tidak melengahkan masa, mungkin kita lihat dulu video yang telah disediakan oleh Flex Penang ya. begitulah pengenalan serba sedikit mengenai Flex Penang. Saya percaya tuan-tuan dan puan-puan dapat satu gambaran mengenai Flex Penang. Seterusnya saya akan share tentang Flex Penang. Flex Penang mempunyai 7 plant ataupun 7 buah kilang di Penang sahaja dengan jumlah pekerja seramai 10,000 orang pekerja dan juga 7 plant dengan 33 customer. Jumlah keluasan bangunan adalah 1.25 juta square feet dengan 1,500 technical staff dan juga 500 jurutera dan juga design engineer. Okay. And Flex Penang merupakan salah sebuah majikan terbesar di wilayah utara dan juga di Malaysia. Untuk makluman tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, Flex juga mempunyai 3 lagi kilang di sebelah selatan semenanjung Malaysia di Johor. Dan a combination of all the workforce seramai 20,000, kita masih salah sebuah majikan yang terbesar. Saya akan berikan lebih banyak gambaran di penghujung pembentangan saya. Sebelum tu saya nak sentuh dulu topik pada hari ini, iaitu tentang PLWS. Okey, saya akan berkongsi macam saya katakan tadi, sesi pada hari ini saya nampak lebih sebagai perkongsian maklumat dan juga perkongsian ilmu daripada pertandingan. Saya percaya semua yang datang pada hari ini nak menimba ilmu dan juga berkongsi bersama-sama. Itulah tujuan kita berada pada hari ini. Dan maklumat pelaksanaan PLWS dalam syarikat Flex Penang. Sorry ya, saya rasa something wrong dengan saya. Okey. Sebelum kita mulakan pelaksanaan PLWS, okay, kita tubuhkan task force yang diketuai oleh Naib Presiden Flex Penang dan juga bahagian sumber manusia dianggotai oleh wakil-wakil pekerja dan juga ketua-ketua jabatan dari semua jabatan bermula daripada operasi, kejuruteraan, quality, program management, finance, supply chain, facility dan juga business excellence. Jadi kita nak pastikan pelaksanaan ini dijalankan dengan sistematik dan juga komitmen daripada kesemua pihak pengurusan dan juga pihak pekerja. Itulah tujuan utama kita. Okey, objektif pelaksanaan yang ini telah dibincangkan secara secara detail dari pagi sampai petang, tapi I just want to touch on a very high level basis. Okey, objektif adalah untuk meningkatkan produktiviti dan juga taraf hidup pekerja dengan membuka peluang untuk menjana pendapatan yang memuaskan dan juga membolehkan pekerja menikmati bahagian yang sewajarnya daripada hasil usaha. Biasanya kalau kita katakan basic pay, okay, we don't really enjoy. Orang kata kita tak enjoy lebih daripada usaha kita. Di bawah PLWS, pekerja mempunyai peluang ataupun adanya peluang untuk mendapat balik, orang kata pulangan daripada hasil usaha mereka. Maksudnya, there is a profit sharing between the company and the worker. That is all about PLWS and how it works. Okey, seterusnya memupuk sikap disiplin. Bila kita sembang pasal PLWS ni, salah satu benda yang paling penting adalah disiplin yang tinggi. Dari segi sebagai contohnya, untuk orang kata produce the quality goods. It's very important sebab ia memang correlate dengan produktiviti syarikat. Seterusnya meningkatkan produktiviti syarikat dan memberikan impak kepada ekonomi negara. You see, when every company fokus kepada produktiviti, we will be a highly productive economic country. It's very important untuk orang kata pembangunan negara. Dan yang seterusnya membuka lebih banyak peluang di mana banyak peluang pelaburan akan flow into Malaysia. So this is very important. That's why every single company should focus ataupun go towards highly productive, I will say, linked wages system. Okay? Okay, model yang diamalkan di Flex merupakan model campuran, produktiviti dan juga keuntungan. Kalau dilihat, very high level, kita ada orang kata, sorry ya. Okay, insentif prestasi bulanan, kenaikan gaji tahunan melalui merit, insentif kemahiran, allowance sara hidup, bonus pengekalan dan juga bonus suku tahunan. Ini merupakan elemen-elemen PLWS di Flex Penang. Seterusnya, apakah isu dan cabaran, Prof? I noted your question earlier for First Solar. Why you have a cabaran kalau you are doing well? For me, Prof, salah satu cabaran, we have listed out few cabaran. Salah satu cabaran adalah mindset changes, ya. Mindset changes of employee towards PLWS. Ini merupakan salah satu elemen yang penting dan bagi setiap syarikat apabila we tackle the mindset changes. Some employee mungkin dia tak suka PLWS. Bagi dia nak ujung bulan saya dapat gaji 1,500, I'm happy. Some employee they are willing to go beyond that based on usaha mereka. So the mindset changes is one of the cabaran yang penting dan juga ada juga pekerja yang akan expect more and more. Dia expect okay, maksudnya apa yang saya buat pada bulan ni ataupun pada tahun ni, tahun depan saya nak more than that. So these are the thing that salah satu cabaran yang perlu di-tackle oleh syarikat. Okay, perkongsian pencapaian kejayaan PLWS di Flex. Very high level summary. Dari segi keuntungan, profitability, there is an increase of 6%. Dari segi productivity, ada peningkatan dalam 13% dan juga dari segi gaji, ya. I will show the payslip later, ada beberapa sampel payslip, actual payslip, ya. Menunjukkan peningkatan lebih kurang 60%, ya. And yang penting, ya, dia bukan mewakili seorang pekerja dalam syarikat tetapi mewakili majority. We don't want just one worker dalam syarikat tu dapat gaji 3,500, but the rest of them still dapat 1,500. Dia tidak menunjukkan satu kejayaan yang di-expected orang ataupun expected by the company. Peningkatan kos buruh setiap pekerja. Kalau kita lihat dari 2019 ke 2020 dan 2021 menunjukkan satu peningkatan yang steady, ya, peningkatan yang meningkat ataupun satu trend yang meningkat daripada 11.052, 11.331 dan 11.693. And the next one, jumlah jualan bagi setiap kos buruh. Kalau dilihat pada tahun 2019, 11.11, tahun 2020 kenapa menurun disebabkan pandemik, okay? It was really impacted the company and tahun 2021 meningkat kepada 11.46. Peningkatan keuntungan operasi terkini, again a trend yang menaik dari, this is the latest info, 1.92%, 3.97 dan seterusnya kepada 6.14%. Kajian soal selidik pelanggan, okay. Saya dah tunjuk, dah share, orang kata kejayaan Flex. Tapi apa lagi elemen-elemen yang menunjukkan kejayaan Flex di dalam mengamalkan productivity link wages system. Yang ni, this is quite standard for most of our company, ya. Company, we call it Electronic Manufacturing Services Provider, EMS. Your CSMP score ataupun kajian soal selidik pelanggan ataupun Customer Satisfaction Index. This is not the normal customer, no, we are talking about, we are producing goods untuk Intel, Dell for example, just some of the customer, Dyson. So, the customer akan menilai prestasi syarikat. So, kalau nampak penilaian, apa yang menunjukkan prestasi meningkat dekat sini adalah the productivity link wages system yang diamalkan impact di customer satisfaction index as well sebab kualiti barangan meningkat, reject and rework menurun sebagai contohnya. All these things actually directly correlated dengan customer satisfaction index. That is what been shared by me just now. And the next one, impact pelaksanaan PLWS summary for whatever I presented just now. Labor productivity kalau dilihat ya dari tahun ke tahun 122,828, of course 2021 menurun dan 2022 meningkat balik ya. Staff turnover, yang ni lagi satu indikator whether pekerja-pekerja di syarikat kita suka ataupun tak suka bekerja ataupun always looking out actually. And if you look at it, while the number orang kata boleh improve tetapi menunjukkan trend menurun dari 7% ke 3.28 and juga absenteeism 8% menurun kepada 5.1. I rasa something maybe the slide yang bagi actually there is a figure untuk reject and rework. I have the figure in fact, I boleh share kemudian dalam handphone saya. Juga menunjukkan trend yang menurun. Actually, it's supposed to be up to date, but it's okay, a technical issue. Kajian soal selidik pekerja juga menunjukkan, okay, yang ni is important, yang ni melibatkan pekerja-pekerja Flex Penang, okay. Setiap tahun, we do the employee survey, voice survey, we call it employee voice survey, juga menunjukkan trend di mana improving trend. Of course, yang sebelah kiri adalah tahun 2022, 2020, and sebelah kanan merupakan tahun 2021. And the trend menunjukkan trend yang meningkat dari retention up to ways of working. Yang ini melibatkan whether the pekerja satisfied, whether pekerja suka dengan sistem yang ada di syarikat. So ini merupakan satu lagi bukti kejayaan sistem yang telah diamalkan di Flex Penang. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, seterusnya saya ingin very high level, ingin share faedah pelaksanaan PLWS kepada pekerja dan majikan. Okey, kepada pekerja, meningkatkan kepuasan kerja, meningkatkan motivasi kerja, meningkatkan kemahiran dan juga meningkatkan kebolehpasaran pekerja. Maksudnya, the workers become so good, boleh join another company. Also, it can be a challenges, it can be good. But for us, we are too generous. We are okay with that actually. Okay? So, faedah kepada majikan, these are the things that I would like to show. And last but not least, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, pengiktirafan Flex Penang. Ini yang merupakan award-award yang dimenangi oleh Flex sejak tahun 2019, very much correlated dengan PLWS. That means it shows that the commitment of pekerja dan juga komitmen pihak pengurusan sekali. Yang ini yang terbaru, lawatan Menteri Sumber Manusia dan juga signing of MOU bersama Perkeso untuk orang kata hiring of OKU. We are the largest employer of OKU in Malaysia with 300 over employees are working in the whole Malaysia. Our target actually to hire 500 by end of the year. And we are working closely with SOXO, we are working closely with many NGO to fulfill the goals in fact. And yang ni terbaru kita terima Anugerah Majikan Perhatian daripada Perdana Menteri. Anugerah Majikan same thing actually. And dan juga one thing I would like to share why people, okay, even I'm one of the master student of Flex. Why people likes to work in Flex? The free education, no bond, tiada bond langsung, okay, and no terms and condition except terms and condition daripada universiti sahaja. These are the achievement and graduation by recent graduation actually. Last but not least, makanan percuma untuk setiap pekerja. Okay, 3 kali makan percuma. Okay, di kantin. Makan pagi, tengah hari dan makan petang, minum petang. Okay, this is another thing. Something makes employee very much engaged with the company. Dengan tu tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, saya tahu mungkin beberapa benda is the same thing. But as I said, we are here today for a sesi perkongsian ilmu. Okay, bukan setakat bertanding. Saya percaya saya telah pun share sesuatu yang manfaat untuk kita semua. Sekian, terima kasih.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much, Mr. Vijay, for your sharing. Shabas to Flextronics, Flex. First questions, when does Flex implement PLWS, please?
Officially, Doctor, actually we started in 2020. Actually, we start I will say the platform in 2019. Of course, the PLWS, if we are looking at it, it's already started unofficially many years ago. But we put all the focus starting from 2019 with the layout, all the platform, then we go all over in the year of 2020.
Okay. You have indeed one very important slide, which indeed carry a lot of points, but it's not explained in details. So you may want to walk us through. I think maybe it's slide number 9, maybe.
Sorry, Doctor, just now in the interest of time, I make it very high level. I will explain now actually.
Slide number 9. So that, is the core of the presentation supposed to lah, huh? Yeah, it's about this slide. May you please explain to us?
Okay, the first one, incentive prestasi bulanan. Okay, this one Dr. Prof and also another two jury dan juga rakan-rakan seperjuangan. Okay, this one we are touching purely based on productivity performance. That means one related to each area. Sebab for example in Flex kita ada multiple customer. So each customer dia akan ada dia punya KPI. So the KPI, what is the monthly performance for that particular area? Another element adalah based on attendance. So we want to ensure, because for a good productivity, attendance also very important actually. So we combine these two elements and make it as monthly performance incentive. Okay, this is applicable to all the operator level. And if you ask me what is the percentage yang dapat actually close to 85%. Okay, why that 15% we still have issues in terms of attendance. But again, we are working on that. We are improving that as well. Number two, Doctor, actually kenaikan gaji tahunan melalui merit, this is something that I think every company doing it. But again, we just don't want to do for the sake of doing it. I know everyone will be expecting untuk kenaikan gaji, including myself. We all workers, okay? But again, we want to ensure, okay, even at the level of operator, they do understand the merit. That means kenaikan purely on merit. So we will tie in back on all the production performance. Okay, we will explain. This is very important actually. Sebab biasanya everyone akan expect hujung tahun saya akan dapat 5% for example. Tetapi this is a very hard work, very tough work actually. Kita kena explain to the employee, even you are an operator, okay, your involvement, sumbangan anda adalah penting. Bukan setakat bawa barang, petang ni balik rumah, that's it. So we explain to them what is merit, why merit is very important. That is number two. Insentif kemahiran. Okay, this is very important to ensure. Okay, to ensure certain group of employees. We have employees who are certified with certain skills. This is very important in ensure that they are being, orang kata nak jaga dia orang ni, you have to pay them accordingly. Appreciate. That mean in terms of skill. So we tell them, hey guys, you come out. I mean, you are with this particular skill, which is very important for the site operation, and we are giving you this much of allowance. Okay, that's really, if you ask me, able to retain them. And on Flex, what I can say, we continuously orang kata revise the needs of this allowance, in the sense of not the needs of the allowance, whether the allowance cukup tak cukup. Okay, the next one, allowance sara diri. Okay, this allowance sara diri came into the picture with all the orang kata hardship that people go through. Okay, due to the kenaikan barang. Okay, dan juga the challenges. Okay, the challenges. And who are entitled for this actually adalah operator. So mereka adalah golongan-golongan yang kita rasa, we know basically it's a B40 group. So we want to concentrate. It's not a free money, but we want them to understand actually this is something the company are doing for your well-being. You see, for a company like us, big company, profit is important. At the same time, well-being of the employees are very, very important. The next one, bonus pengekalan. Okay, this is actually, again, let me explain. Dr. May do understand about Flex, but maybe some of you do not know the background. We are a contract manufacturer. Apa maksud contract manufacturer? Kita ni buat barang untuk OEM company. For example, Intel, Dell, just name it. Almost all the customer, most of the customer, if not all the customer, all the big brand, Flex are somewhere there adalah. Paling tidak pun mungkin satu screw, but anyway, we don't go to that extent lah. Tapi ada saja sentuhan. So, our business are very volatile. Just to sharing lah, just few months ago, we have a ramp up and we hire like a crazy. Okay, then you need to stabilize the workforce to ensure that there will be another ramp up. It's very volatile, orang kata. So in order for that, you have to ensure you maintain them. Come on, today I can tell you my experience. Dr. May, I know Dr. May is jury, but same experience. We are from same industry. I tell you today, who is the king of the kilang manufacturing? Operator. Not the VP, not me, not she. They determine your business, orang kata survival tak survival. The sustainability, the stability. It's not easy to get an operator. Forget about all the foreign worker now, which is coming in. But I tell you, the local worker. You need to retain. So you need to come out. I tell you, it's a close fight. So that is another element to ensure they are continuously with you. because you need to ensure the productivity of the company. You need to come out with the output. Okay, a continuous output is very, very important. Last one, bonus suku tahunan. This is again based on the company performance. Okay, the whole company performance, the whole business unit performance, as well as individual achievement. For example, kita ada, okay, operator mungkin 5%, then officers maybe 8%, manager maybe 12%, then so we have our individual target to achieve. Okay, so this element, if you ask me, thank you, doctor, for highlighting me to explain on this actually. So I was rushing for the time just now, but again, thanks for giving me an opportunity. This slide, I'm telling you, yes, agree with Dr. May. This is a very important slide. And I can tell you this element, walaupun nampak 6 element saja, tapi this is very important element in driving, okay? Driving company like us, because to hold 10,000 employees easily, about 7,000 operator is not an easy job actually, okay? For you to ensure, you from HR, you really need to show to the business. That's why today you have been called HR business partner. So you need to be an equal business partner to ensure that these have been delivered. Thank you, doctor.
Can you show the salary, actual salary before and after PLWS? How much the changes happen?
I think Puan, kita tersilap slide Puan. Yang satu tu ada yang payslip tu. I rasa dalam ni tak ada kot, ada? I rasa ada technical issue dekat sana sebab yang terbaru ni ada apa tu? Doctor, I mean Prof, if you don't mind Prof, can I read it from my notes actually? I have my notes on that actually.
Can.
So Vijay, can come to slide number 17 now.
Sorry Tuan Haji, yang mana ya?
17, slide 17.
Oh, 17, I'm seeing the number now, okay. 300 Puan. Yes. Okay, kejap Puan. Deaf employee is our biggest, I will say, majority of the employees. We started our hiring of deaf employee in the year 2018. Started dengan 27 saja Puan. Dengan kerjasama Persatuan Orang Pekak Pulau Pinang. From there, we just never stop. Okay. And today we have a physical. Sorry Tuan Haji kejap. So we have, Tuan Haji betul Okay, we have a physical. Kita ada golongan lembam, we ambil semua. Yang kita tak explore lagi Puan yang golongan penglihatan. Sebab seriously, I'm leading this project actually. Okay. Tetapi kita masih nak tengok mana nak letak operasi yang mana. So it's 300, our target, not nak menang hari ni bukan Tapi frankly speaking, we are doing this with full of passion. Kita target 500. And we sign MOU dengan Perkeso recently a month ago. Okay. So that is something we are looking forward. The idea is very simple. We want to ensure that ada juga golongan PWD dapat peluang pekerjaan. And the one good thing, bukan nak bangga diri lah, good one thing I can tell you, Micron, HP, Lumileds, they follow our path. And Micron is our close competitor. They have easily about 50. We are not worried. Most of our people also join them. We are not worried. Why? Kita buka peluang. That means today you open up a peluang yang tak dibuka sebelum ni. Kita buka pintu, masuk, jom. And today we are actively hiring, we are actively promoting this one. And depan-depan ni sebab besok tak buat malu ni. Saya memang janji hujung tahun ni kita nak jadikan 500, and this is not for publicity at all. One good thing, I maybe berdiri dekat sini talking with full of enthusiasm and all this thing. We have a backup of our management. Our management are very committed. Okay, of course, menang award and all these things is another matter for that and being recognized. But the management are very committed, and in HR we are all passionate about it. Sorry Tuan Haji, 17 Yeah.
This one for this year or?
Okay, I ambil yang latest Tuan Haji, but even actually kalau nak tengok for year to year comparison, it's in increasing.
It's already came up for quarter 4, quarter 3.
Okay, for us quarter 4 is equal to our financial year. Okay, financial year start April to March. So sekarang we are in a Q2 FY23 in fact. So dia bukan ikut yang calendar year, yang ni ikut yang financial year. So kalau dekat sana quarter 4 FY22 is up to March. Yeah, January to March this year. So yang ni start daripada tahun lepas. So our financial year, dia No, 22 betul. Kalau calendar year 21, but Q1 FY22 refer to last year punya. Our financial dia ikut sebab April to March. April to March. So, yang ni adalah April tahun 2021, but financial year of 22. So currently we are in a financial year 23. So that's how it works. Because we follow the American apa yang dia bagi tahu calendar financial, we follow that, Don Haji. Oh, no, bukan Tuan Haji. Yang tu melampau dah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vijay. Thanks.
Terima kasih. So, once again, saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan, para juri dan juga rakan seperjuangan. Saya harap we learn something and we will continuously learn. Thank you.
Alright, terima kasih diucapkan kepada Mr. Vijay mewakili syarikat Flextronic Teknologi Penang Sdn Bhd. Okey, majlis akan diteruskan dengan pembentangan seterusnya. Cuma kita nak maklumkan bahawa minum petang ada disediakan di bahagian foyer di luar. So tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh free flow lah untuk ambil dan masuk ke dewan sambil mendengar pembentangan ya. Right. So kita teruskan kepada pembentangan seterusnya, iaitu dari CTRM Aero Composite Sdn Bhd, iaitu pembentangnya Puan Izzati Syahrina binti Syaha dan Puan Nur Syahira binti Syaharin. Dipersilakan.
Test.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Mr. Chairpersons, respective juries and fellow participants. I am Izzati Shahar and we are from CTRM Aero Composites, and together with me today is my colleague Nur Syahira Sharin from HiCom Management System. As an introduction, CTRM is a subsidiary of DRB HiCom and located in Melaka. Our business focus is on aerospace and composite manufacturing. CTRM has 3 subsidiaries, including CTRM Aero Composite, with total revenue of RM 525 million in 2021. CTRM Aero Composite is an aircraft composite structure manufacturer. We are supplying to global OEMs, including Boeing and Airbus, which located mainly in US and Europe regions. Some overview of CTRM Aero Composite products, where our core expertise is in the manufacturing of wings, nacelle, and tailplane. As an aerospace industry player, we are required to be certified and comply to our customer as well as other regulatory bodies. Slide shows the list of approval and certifications that we have. So currently we have 1,827 employees and 99.9 are all Malaysians. 100% of our employees are highly trained skilled worker, whereby our minimum entry requirement for the technician is SKM level 2. With distributions of 65% non-executive and 35% executive.
Now, let's move into CTRM Aero Composite Organization Productivity Performance. The labor productivity indicators show declining trend in 2020 and increasing trend in 2021. Labor productivity growth declined in year 2020 due to excess manpower as a result of production slower pace than forecast and resulting to decrease in revenue. However, in year 2021, the growth increased due to production pace is starting to ramp up. Decreased labor cost per employee in year 2020 is due to increment over time, due to no increment and no overtime, and bonus at only 0.5 months. But in order to compensate the employees, we have provided full subsidized meal every day. In 2021, the increased labor cost per employee is due to increment of salary at 4% and average bonus at 3.05 months. In addition to that, the unit labor cost and total sales labor cost shows an inverse proportion. due to hiring of additional manpower to support the new Spirit A220 winglet and flat program. CTRM Aero Composite is practicing the combined PLWS model, whereby the company's profitability and productivity indicators and result will determine the distribution of the organization wealth. CTRM has established a structured PLWS policy and reward system consists of evaluation criteria, the review committee, recognition event, and the periodical review. The distribution of the company wealth are characterized into extrinsic and intrinsic rewards to celebrate the employee diversity. We believe the wealth sharing will benefit the company community in terms of productivity, performance, and increased manpower stability. Now, let us share with you our PLWS elements. The elements are explained in the form of the type of incentive, the description of the incentive, how we derive the methodology, including the general processes involved, the criteria of eligibility, and lastly, the example of the reward distribution. The incentives are categorized to extrinsic and intrinsic rewards for better understanding. For the bonus and increment, CTRM is giving a non-contractual. It is because the company performance and profitability will determine our eligibility to pay the bonus. Then the distribution to the employees are based on structured evaluation system, which consists of individual performance management system rating, demerit guidelines, and final approval by the management committee. The similar methodology is applied to the promotion and upgrading, with the additional incentive introduced on acting allowance for the new appointed personnel who has not meeting the minimum position grade requirement. The slide shows the sample of our bonus and increment payment guidelines, where the range is differentiated based on individual performance rating. The performance rating has 7 levels. Graph at the bottom right indicates the incremental trend in bonus payments since 2017 to 2021.
Now, for the productivity and performance elements, CTRM has established a structured cost optimization initiative program, as known as COIN, with the intention to encourage employee participation in reduction of wastages, cost and time saving, and other productivity improvements activities. The initiative has embedded in the company KPIs and individual PMS. The employees are also entitled with profit sharing gain from the initiative as an appreciation of their contributions. The company also celebrates the team achievement in special appreciation event. So table at the left shows the project rewards categories. We have hard saving and soft saving projects. Let me explain the rewards calculations. For example, if the project generates RM 500,000 of hard saving projects, the team will be entitled with 0.7% of rewards allocations from the saving amount amounting RM 3,500 ringgit. The reward are capped at RM 10,000 for hard saving projects and 3,500 for soft saving projects. We also share here the cumulative rewards distributed since 2016 until 2022 in the form of cash, convention, and appreciation events. Aside from coins, CTRM also has introduced performance-based allowance and sales achievement incentive, or known as EASY, earn as you share, with the intention to maintain employees' performance and process efficiency. Let me explain a bit on this EASY program. This program is open to all individuals. You all also can register with us. And how we, the objective is to encourage the registered member to secure new project opportunity. The incentive rate is differentiates according to the business category. For example, here, if it is under training and consultation, the individual may receive 2% incentive from the program value. On the other hand, under performance allowance, the special incentive is introduced for senior check and DQR who need to perform inspection work as the customer quality inspector representative. The incentive will be given based on material discrepancy report. For example, if there is no discrepancy or zero MDR, the employee will be entitled with full amounts of allowance amounting RM 1,500 per month for senior check.
In addition to that, in supporting CTRM talent needs in delivering their job and responsibilities, CTRM has provided numbers of incentives under responsibility allowance, including team leader allowance, technical assistant allowance, night shift manager allowance, and handphone allowance. On the right side are the coach and buddy allowance, which are designed for our internal employee proficiency program, while the trainer incentive are introduced as part of CTRM aspiration to develop all CTRM subject matter expert. The slide will elaborate the allowance simulations for the trainer. The trainer who involved in delivering the training will be entitled to receive 100 per day and presentation material of 1,500. In addition to that, they will be entitled with 20% profit sharing from the program conducted for the external customer. This simulation shows the total incentive amounting 2,700 ringgit will be received per conducted program. On the right side, the slide shows simulation of coach and buddy allowance. The simulation describes how an average basic earning of 1,500 can enjoy additional 500 allowance by demonstrating good attendance, achieve required proficiency level, and perform responsibility as a coach. Now, in the needs of staff traveling, all expenses are sponsored by CTRM. The traveling types are including business traveling, benchmarking, as well as training and development. Slide shows some of our happy faces employees while traveling. On top of extrinsic rewards, CTRM also remunerate the employee with intrinsic rewards. 4 components of intrinsic rewards that CTRM had established are inclusive of best employee, tertiary education, education and development fund, appreciation token, and work-life balance. The best employee awards and tertiary education are given to recognize and encourage employees' consistent performance. The company also provides education and development fund to employees in order to encourage them pursuing in tertiary education as part of career path enhancement. Appreciation token is an incentive to recognize staff contribution.
In CTRM, we believe that employee productivity will arise through rewards, recognition, and conventions. The slide shows employee productivity projects in CTRM, such as digitalizations, innovation, safety, and conducive workspace. This proves that the impact gains from the project will benefit back to both employer and the employees. Other than employees, CTRM also share the prosperity to non-employees by recognizing employees' kids who achieve good results in their study and supporting back to school expenses for ASNAF staff category. The incentive amount are as stated in the slide.
CTRM is also offering multi-skilling and multitasking incentive to those who acquire the skill to perform work according to the proficiency requirements. In total, there are 2 incentives currently available under multi-skilling and 2 under multitasking incentive and 2 under certified skills such as forklift driver allowance, emergency response team allowance, chargeman and wireman allowance. The target group of this incentive are the technicians level up to technical specialist level. The range of the incentive is between 50 to 2,000 per month. These are some overview of CTRM career ladder for both technical and non-technical ladder. On the right side shows the listed employee benefit and allowances for entry technician level who will enjoy a sum of 1,860 earning per month without overtime, which sum up CTRM PLWS elements. How does PLWS benefit CTRM? In general, PLWS allows CTRM to attracting top talent, retaining top talent, increasing client satisfaction, agile resources for business expansion, and competitive advantages for business sustainability. We also share some facts on CTRM key cost driver on the right side of the slide. The first graph shows a positive trend on PBT ratio, which improvement by 0.6% comparing 2017 and 2021, and improving trend for panel and material scrap ratio by 1.6% and material consumption cost ratio by 9%. How does the PLWS benefit CTRM employees? In general, the employee are able to experience harmonious working environment, improve employee job satisfaction and motivation, improve job specialization, and promote career enhancement. Most importantly, ensure employment stability. In dollar and cent, we as an employee has enjoyed a significant amount of profit sharing from CTRM via cash, convention, and appreciation event. While the bottom graph, you can see that the company had paid a bonus without fail to all employees. Some good figure that we would like to share is the impact of the initiative to our employees, where we managed to produce 864 project leaders, 32 trainers, 85 coaches, 85 recipient of tertiary education incentive, and 26 staff are currently enjoy STEM education sponsorship.
The best practices that we had established has able to revitalize and develop our supply chain too. Since 2017, CTRM team managed to complete 23 cost reduction initiative for 8 customers and 6 projects for 6 suppliers located worldwide. This initiative enables our talent to grow and position CTRM as a credible business partner and supplier of choice to OEMs and customers. These are some of the memories captured in various programs that have been conducted in order to promote work-life balance in CTRM. We have health campaign and screening blood donations, town hall, as well as fire and flood relief. CTRM has formal communication platform to reach out all employees, such as Telegram channel. We have CTRM Today and CTRM Hijrah. And the best part is we have CTRM TV. We learned that to think is easy, to act is difficult. CTRM has identified 4 main challenges in implementation of PLWS. Number 1, how to retain the performance and growth. Number 2, how to balance between pay and performance. Number 3, how to create more value creations. And number 4, how to nurture high performance culture. However, based on company experience, various actions are taken to overcome the challenges and the evidence of how it finally produced a greater results by looking at the key indicators such as increased 15% labor productivity for 2019, improvement in engagement from 70% to 82% in 2020, and increase in coin project participation from 64% since 2018 to 100%. That's the story of CTRM PLWS. We hope our effort in sharing will benefit the juries as well as the audience. We strive and thrive to create harmonious and competitive working culture. Thank you for your attention. To end the presentation, please enjoy the video that we have prepared for you today. Thank you.
Atas saranan daripada CEO kami, Cik Syamsuddin, kami telah disarankan untuk membuat coin activities iaitu penurunan kos. Hasil daripada inisiatif daripada pekerja CTRM, kami dapati penurunan kos telah berlaku dari tahun ke tahun. Antara kos operasi yang terbesar adalah penggunaan bahan mentah iaitu sebanyak 50%. Dengan itu, CTRM telah menawarkan ganjaran kepada semua pekerja CTRM yang telah bertungkus lumus menyertai coin activities ini.
Saya memegang jawatan sebagai Ketua Unit Organizational Development. Antara program yang kita ada adalah Employee Proficiency Program, di mana kita bangunkan program ini khusus untuk juruteknik di CTRM. Selain itu juga, pihak syarikat telah memperuntukkan skill based allowance sebagai satu pengiktirafan terhadap skill tersebut dan sebagai satu strategi kita untuk kita mengekalkan juruteknik yang berkemahiran tinggi di CTRM.
DQR adalah merupakan pintu terakhir sebelum produk dihantar kepada customer, di mana saya 100% perlu memastikan produk yang dihasilkan adalah berkualiti dan mengikut piawaian customer CTRM. Untuk mendapatkan DQR ini, pemilihan adalah berdasarkan prestasi kerja yang baik, menjalani latihan, ujian dan temuduga daripada customer sebelum saya layak untuk diberikan allowance DQR. Dengan adanya allowance ini, sedikit sebanyak ia dapat membantu saya daripada segi pendapatan dan seterusnya memastikan saya menghasilkan produk yang paling terbaik sebelum dihantar kepada customer daripada pihak CTRM Aero Composite.
Apa yang memotivasikan saya untuk melaksanakan coin ini adalah kerana coin merupakan salah satu KPI yang perlu saya capai selari dengan matlamat daripada pihak departmen dan pihak syarikat. Saya amat bersyukur dan berasa bertuah kerana pada tahun 2018 dan 2019 saya telah diberi peluang untuk mewakili CTRM sehingga ke peringkat kebangsaan dan antarabangsa, iaitu International Conference on Quality Control Circle di Singapura dan Jepun. Alhamdulillah, kedua-dua projek COIN telah mendapat anugerah emas.
Melalui program Apprentice Tahfiz Ruang Angkasa, saya telah mendapat pendedahan tentang cara-cara pembuatan kapal terbang, bahan-bahan yang digunakan dan teknik yang betul di dalam penghasilan produk kapal terbang. Program ini sangat bagus. Dia dapat mengubah persepsi masyarakat terhadap pelajar tahfiz. Pelajar tahfiz juga boleh maju di dalam bidang kemahiran teknikal.
Boleh tanya soalan?
Okay, Prof. No problem.
Tahniah kepada Siti dan yang bentangkan syarikat mengamalkan PLWS. Soalan saya, boleh tak tunjuk bukti salary payslip lah yang ada perbezaan sebelum PLWS dengan ini dan every month how much the employee, because your company is high tech company kan? So ada tak?
Thank you, Prof. I'm sorry because we're not prepared for today presentation.
Ataupun sharing saja, boleh bagi tahu? How much take away with your all incentive dengan ada basic salary semua kan?
If you can refer to the previous slide, basic salary currently is 1,500. So for normal technicians, if they receive food allowance, attendant allowance and skill-based allowance, they can get in months, in total 1,860 ringgit per month. Yep, nanti dia tu. Yes. Over here, Prof. Over here. So we have attendance allowance, skill-based allowance, shift allowance, meal allowance. From basics 1,500. They, without OT, without OT, they can get up to 1,860 ringgit per month.
Oh, this without OT lah.
This without OT.
Kalau OT lagi tinggi But your starting pay 1,500.
Yep, already.
For the operators lah. Basic.
Yep.
Lepas tu ini your career development. So mereka boleh sampai ke ini degree.
Okay.
If let's say dia just a technician biasa, kalau dia tak ada degree, boleh tak dia go up the ladder?
Okay, Prof. Because kita ada buat joint program PPT, and we also organize program diploma and degree in collaboration with the RB Highcom University. And for example, just now the Hufaz staff just now during the interview, actually he started with just technicians, and now currently he is pursuing in diploma. So if he continue further study in degree, so he can also.
Once sampai degree, adakah salary itu akan berubah?
Of course.
You ada another scheme?
Yes.
Walaupun dia start daripada technician lah?
Yes.
Okay.
Sajalah. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Tahniah dikucapkan kepada CTRM kerana telah berjaya sampai ke peringkat ni. Walaupun saya masuk ni dah towards the end kan, saya nampak ni saya happy. Why saya happy? Sebab saya rasa ini merupakan satu framework, skill framework. So sometimes bila kita offering something kepada pekerja, kita tak ada clear path dia punya untuk dari segi daripada bawah untuk dia naik ke atas kan. Jadi this is very good. So thank you again. Tahniah
Thank you. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, first of all, thank you for the sharing Izzati, Puan Izzati dengan Nur Syahira. Okay. Bolehkah tunjuk sekali lagi tentang summary PLWS di mana kami dapati terdapat sebenarnya banyak allowances dan juga terdapat satu program yang unik untuk CTRM iaitu COIN. COIN kan. Boleh imbas sekali lagi tak tentang PLWS? Daripada mula, a very quick one. Let's okay. Perform cost.
Yes.
Okay,
this
from
one.
here is it? Start from here. Coin, yeah, this is about coin. Daripada mula, you punya ini apa tu? PLWS element.
Okay, yang depan.
Okay, here you flip down, page down. You ada bonus and increment. Itu adalah bonus secara tahunan ataupun secara sukuan.
Tahunan.
Tahunan ya. Increment juga secara tahunan lah. Okay, incentive pay of employees' performance, promotion, upgrading. Okay, part of the increment exercise lah. Okay, second one is about bonus increment information lah. Tapi memang ada sistem untuk ukuran lah Okay, untuk increment. Okay, that's good. Next one. Incentive based on reduction in wastage. This is about your coin program lah. Okay, maksudnya coin ini adalah agak serupa dengan QCC, also whatsoever, CPI, Continuous Improvement Team and all this. So setakat ini terdapat berapa banyak coin team?
Okay, so far we started since 2016.
Okay.
Okay, so currently we have 1,888 projects, amounting 165 million, amounting of saving.
Okay. So ada formula jugalah. Apabila ada hard saving, jadi akan reward dari segi wang.
Yeah, betul.
Okay.
Annual saving lah.
Annual saving, then will be shared among the team members?
Yes.
Okay. So that can be part of the PLWS lah, because of the project saving, then distributed to the employees lah, right?
And Doctor, if I can add some more,
Yeah,
sorry.
sure.
The saving value is quantified by our finance department.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So roughly, how many percentage of your employees that participating in coin?
Already 100%.
Itu dia. Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you. Alright.
Okay, terima kasih diucapkan kepada syarikat CTRM Aero Composites yang berhad. So seterusnya kita teruskan tanpa membuang masa kepada pembentang yang keempat bagi kategori industri besar ini. Kita mempersilakan SGS Malaysia yang berhad dengan pembentangnya adalah Puan Tan Chin An. Dipersilakan. Mr. Sorry.
Can I start? So, salam sejahtera dan selamat petang kepada para juri dan para hadirin. Saya Chin An dan bersama dengan saya Cik Nurul Farahah, kami akan wakil SGS Malaysia untuk pembentangan hari ini. Sebelum bermula, izinkan saya membuat pembentangan dalam bahasa Inggeris and our slide is in English. Right. So SGS, we are the world largest testing, inspection and certification company. Right. And our service cover all industries, starting from laboratory testing, inspection, certification, consulting, and trainings. SGS being 100 over years worldwide, and we are in Malaysia more than 30, 40 years. And what makes the company being sustainable and strong, being the market leader until today, because of our purpose to enable a better, safer, and interconnected world. A glance through about SGS profile. We are not just world #1 leader in the industry that we are in. We worldwide more than 96,000 workforce. And we are also the #1 market leader in Malaysia. We workforce more than 1,000 and close to 30 sites nationwide. And we're going for 30 by end of this year. We have built from scratch a new electromagnetic laboratories in Johor soon by end of this year. For this slide, you can see the recognition awards that SGS we have. And our business principle lies on integrity being the heart of the company. SGS Malaysia we will say that our employees are 100% local Malaysian, except our country MD, which is a foreign expatriate. And we are truly diverse organization with all the races in our workforce population, including Sabahan and Sarawakian. And our workforce has more than 65% are knowledge worker, and we are promote towards equal gender in employment to ensure we have the ratio of women in employment and as well as in leaderships. Let's take a look at the overall performance of PLWS. From this chart, you were able to see we try to present a more practical chart that what is actually SGS worldwide and SGS Malaysia, we are focusing in terms of our measurement of productivity, where we call it workforce ratio, which is our workforce cost divided by the total revenue. Since we implement PLWS 2017 onwards, you can see we have achieved a great achievement in terms of workforce ratios reductions. Of course, the COVID pandemic has also given us impact, not because of the management of our workforce ratio, but it because we have decided to put people first during the COVID-19, where we have spent and invest a huge HSE safety and health protections to our employees who are still continuously delivering service during the COVID-19. For information, SGS, we are one of the essential services during the COVID-19, where we still have certain populations who are still in workforce that they still to deliver the service during the COVID-19 to ensure the supply chain. By looking at the workforce productivity, you are able to see that we are able to rebound very quick, just immediately after the COVID-19 and the reopen of the economics, where it shows the effectiveness of our PLWX, and of course, the cost that is happened in year 2020-21 is one of the, I would say, one of the corporate social responsibility that we have did, that we ensure that we have zero layoff in our workforce, and we zero pay cut during the COVID pandemics. And if you look at our monthly average wages, we ensure and we always make sure the PLWS has bring our workforce above 5,000 and is a growing trend. So that is also efforts that we are trying to put every of our employee out of B40. And it's also resulted in the career values that we also recognize based on the UNIFSOM Global Graduate Talent Trends that we are being classified as a go-getter, which means we are recognizing performance as well as focus on high future earning. Of course, this is something new that we just being received nominations that will be coming announcements in the month of November, where we also being nominated as a Graduate Choice Award 2023. So what sits behind some of the success in our PLWS? Let me continue the slides. In SGS, our PLWS model is not just, instead of putting a model, we would rather put it more practical by looking at the employee life cycle in the company, and from the day the employee being recruited, onboard, develop, and run through the whole career cycle in the company, we ensure that we have fit in all the PLWS element into the entire employee life cycle. At the same time, we have put in long-term, short-term, monthly, daily category in terms of the PLWS model and the benefits to make sure we are able to sustain and constantly motivate our employee towards a short-term and long-term goals. A quick run-through with something very common that every company is doing, annual increment, annual bonus. But what makes a difference in SGS Malaysia, we have a performance-based reward model where you can see that we have putting financial KPI in terms of collective and own P&L. What it means by own P&L, it means is every employee, you are having your own division, department, financial P&L that to show your performance. And it's also a target towards putting our people to being more entrepreneurships. And it comes with individual performance and as well as the behavioral competency to make sure there is succession plans in the organization. And that is how it come out with the total rewards on a very simple that what every company is doing about bonus and increment. Apart from that, we also have various productivity and performance-based rewards, a long list that you see here, but we will categorize it into 7 categories, where the last category, we never forget that our subcontractors incentive, that we also taking care of people who are not just our employee. Category 1 is something that every employee enjoy the moment they join SGS, flexi benefit plan. So once you join us, you get to choose your own benefit. So you no longer need to refer the standard benefit provided by the company. So that's how we drive people towards looking at your productivity, looking at performance based on what you want. Long-term incentive to putting a targets for people so that you make sure that you are also looking at the long-term career in the organizations. Category 3, competency allowance is something that is very commonly applied in our organization, where we hire our knowledge workers are mainly engineers, scientists, auditors, and these people are very driven by competency based, where we hire them, we train them, we certify them, and we reward them through competency, where every activities, business activity they carry out, they're being rewarded by productivity. Acting allowance is something where we also promote cross-function, cross-business involvement with more multitasking. We also have various short-term target incentives, where you can see all these incentives come with serving different purpose. And by the idea of, if you're taking AirAsia, you know everyone can fly, but to us, we have a sales lead incentive that we believe everyone can sell in the company. Category number 6, recognition awards. This is something that we always never neglected, where sometimes there are good people out there in the organization where you cannot measure through financial result, performance. This is where recognition awards comes in to also recognize their efforts. Of course, hearing all this incentive, a bunch of performance that we're able to deliver, we also meet challenges. But what challenge that we always believe in implementation of PLWS? PLWS is a journey, it's not a project, it's not a campaign, it's not something short term. And that's where you can see we started year 2016, 2017, and we are still doing constantly improve. And internal, external communication is something that we believe it also be an obstacle if we do not communicate. And being a company with nationwide coverage, including East Malaysia, geographical area is also something that we learn that we need to make our communication, make our program easy to understand, where it also fit into the local expectations. Take a look of the implementation journey where we start our PLW. Before we start our PLWS, it's actually a lot of fundamentals that we put starting from year 2014. And a lot of fundamentals, it might not directly connect to PLWS, but it's indirect build the fundamental and give us a strong foundation where we're able to grow starting from year 2017. But what we learned throughout the pandemic, productivity is not enough. where to help us to sustain. And we have set a target in year 2023 where it's not just being a company with better productivity, we also want to be a better society and better governance. Let's take a look at benefits. In SGS, implement of PLWS is a mutual benefit that we believe whenever we put in any HR practices to ensure we shape a better productivity, better workplace, and better society. As an employer, workforce ratio definitely a proven result of productivity for the company. Whereas for employee, our absence rate is being below 0.8%, and that is how showing the motivation of people towards work when they drive a productivity. Create a better workplace that is easily we can see in terms of our organic applicants. You hardly see SGS advertised because we have a lot of organic applicants apply through SGS career websites, and our time to hire is also quick. Well, for employee, the monthly income is something that they were able to drive then. Better society is something that what we see recently, Jabatan Perhubungan Persuan has been promoting the industrial harmony index. So we do something like that, but it's at the global level with more anonymous practice, where we can see even we're able to sustain our engagement score during the pandemics. Well, for employee, the eagerness to be trained is growing because they know that once you've been trained, you've been certified, you get rewarded. So I'll leave some of this category in the slide presentation that I shared to the panel, so I will not going through this. So with this, I appreciate that Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan Malaysia and Malaysia Productivity Corporation has given us the opportunity and nominated us to be the finalists for the today's session. And out of these 5 finalists in the category, big category for this presentation, SGS, we are the only service industry that have been put into this. And we need recognitions from the countries, governments, as well as the partner to ensure that we are able to continue grow more knowledge worker for the society, and that is where we believe it will be benefit in terms of the economics. Before I end my presentation, allow me to present to you a 3-minute short video, SGS.
We are the world's leading testing, inspection, and certification company. Our global teams of experts provide specialized solutions across a diverse range of industries. At the heart of everything we do is our purpose: to enable a better, safer, and more interconnected world, bringing benefits not just to our customers, but to society as a whole. In 2021, we brought a range of sustainability solutions under one framework to provide greater visibility of our comprehensive offer to customers. We helped Boston School District to monitor air quality using our innovative Internet of Things solution, SGS Smart Sense, ensuring the best possible environment for staff and students across 125 schools. We also acquired the world's largest independent security evaluation laboratory, Brightsight, accelerating our strategy to become the global testing, inspection, and certification leader in cybersecurity. Understanding our customers and their operations and positioning ourselves for their future needs is central to our strategic plan. Now, our 5 business divisions are closely aligned with 5 key tech megatrends. This has enhanced our ability to respond to customer demand and help them address the challenges we face today. We've also increased cooperation and agility across our global network. With the right structure in place, we can build on our 3 strategic areas. We are already the global leader in many of our markets. Now, we are also targeting a leadership position in environment, health and safety, as well as investing extensively in health and nutrition. Our vision is to become a fully data-driven company, connecting real-time data with people and processes to improve the employee and customer journey. Also fundamental to our strategic direction is increasing the proportion of revenue from sustainability solutions. At the end of the day, our success all comes down to one feature: our colleagues. It is through their hard work and commitment that we delivered a strong performance across our financial results and our sustainability KPIs. We maintained our leadership position in the principal ESG ratings. With the launch of our Sustainability Ambitions 2030, we have set industry-leading targets across our whole value chain. It's a further milestone in our journey to ensure long-term value creation for all our stakeholders. Throughout 2021, we continued to evolve into an even more sustainable, digital, and data-driven company as we build a thriving future for SGS. Enabling a better, safer, and more interconnected world for our employees, customers, and shareholders, and for society as a whole.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Mr. Tan, for sharing. Shabas to SGS. First question, you are coming from your SGS, you say just now you're coming from services with? Can you explain a little bit? A bit confused.
We are the testing, which is a laboratory testing, inspections, which involve export, import, cargo inspections, certification, which what usually people know of the standard certification, ISOs, British standards, authority standards, and consulting trainings business. So those are the key business, and our business actually lies on one thing, integrity business, where between B2B, usually people, you don't trust your business partner, that's where we are the party who come in to audit, testing, and certifies.
Okay, you are coming from which wing of business? You're coming from manufacturing of your SGS testing?
We are services covering all industry, from upstream oil and gas. We do testing, we do laboratory testing, we do certification, we do inspection, up to downstream consumer goods. We also do.
Okay, now understood. Can you go to, you don't have the slide number, right? Indeed, I'm not very sure which slide. Can we just flip through? Yeah, just page down until I can see the slide that I want to ask. Maybe it's under, sorry, after the overall performance, your slide you gave to us is, I think it's quite a beginning slide.
After
yeah, okay. Yeah, page down, please. Improvement PLWS implementation since 2017. First of all, can you explain why SEAP target, please? SEAP target.
Southeast Asia Pacific, which is target from our region. So our regional managements, they also set targets, so that's where the target from.
Okay, so Southeast Asia Pacific target, what target is that?
Workforce ratio.
Workforce ratio, okay, then I put that aside for a little while, because we are asking about unit labor cost, right? Unit labor costs, what make the projection to be 0.34 for year 2022?
It's actually the first half result.
Okay, all right. It came down a little bit. Okay, understood. Then revenue per cost, or else that's quite confusing a little bit, huh? Okay, can you just page down unit labor? So just now is the unit labor, okay. Labor cost per employee, so that is your result for first half lah.
Yes.
Labor cost for per employee, what makes it went up? For the first half result, is it went up 36, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like I shared to the panel.
Yeah.
In terms of the people first as our priority, where when come to this service industry, So we need to also ensure our people's safety when we deliver services to our client. And most of these professionals, they actually also need to visit the client site and doing consulting, auditing, servicing, and that's where a lot of this safety and health precaution investment actually put in. And apart from that also, in terms of these trainings, there is also kicks in where for the past 2 years, 2020 and 2021, where a lot of training costs sometimes, when you talk about technical training, you can't carry out when you everything do virtual. So where there is some training that it become urgent, essentials, that you need to make sure we actually need to drive a kickstart to make sure that we are able to continue sustain with, and in our nature of business, competency, skill set, qualification is essential, is important to be recognized by our clients.
Okay, so if we refer to the bar chart below, your line is representing the workforce rate that increased from 5162 or 82 to
The line
53.
representative the average
sorry,
wages.
Yeah, workforce rate like wages, right, is up. So how do you correlate with the down bar for the workforce cost? For the orange bar is low, but yet the workforce rate, the workforce cost per employee is up. How does that correlate?
All right.
It's supposed to be up for both, right?
Not really.
Okay, please explain.
Workforce cost reductions is proof that we are able to manage our workforce in terms of our productivity, where we don't really need to really utilize a huge number of these workforce costs, but at the same time, it does not really sacrifice the employee incomes. So that means we don't do it at the expense of our people.
Okay, so one more question for me. Can you just page down? Down. Okay, now you talk about the PLWS, but just now you mentioned you name it as Employee Life Cycle and Reward Framework, right? From your circle, let's say, how you can just choose one of them. Which one is your productivity linked wage system?
From every cycle and every stage is connect to this PLWS. I mean, let's put an example. The moment you get recruited, when you get the flexi, benefits, when you're on board, so that is also a motivation. But apart from that, we also, the one highlight in yellow is something that we are in the pilot run. So we also go into flexi work and compressed work week nowadays, and that is something also drive productivity. Then along the way, you can see fixed is something that they take home, fix the bottom line. And variable is something where we call it as PLWS, where these people, they get to actually get additional variable income based on their productivity.
Okay, so can you elaborate on which actually personally I didn't see, so-called as a system. There's productivity link wage system, a system that link it up from your circle. So you can just take another chance to just try to explain a little bit on which one that is, that you have a system that is built based on productivity or your profitability, in other words.
The whole cycle is a system. Okay, the whole cycle is a system. And all this system interconnected. And how it interconnected, it comes with from the recruit. That's where when you start in, you get a variable compressed work week where if you're willing to work more, you gain more. And then you get to choose your own benefit. And then when you move into, you want to drive your role to go into multitasking, and that's where you get your acting allowance. And then if you really also sometimes talk to the client, when they visit the client, they found the business opportunity. They get sales lead incentive. And then when they move on annual basis, they also get increment bonus. While they turn around winning the reward, that's where they get recognition, commission, target incentive. When they keep on upskill themselves, being trained, they keep on getting additional competency. So when they service the client in different profession, different technical skill, they are getting different competency allowance.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the explanation.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation. Please go back to the one that you show with the graph. Is actually no. Well, okay. I would like to ask about this workforce cost. What do you mean by workforce cost here? Is it referring to salary only, or you cover the whole compensation for the employees? I mean the salary, of course, referring to the wages, basic wage, or you are referring both wages and also non-cash,
Uh,
non-cash in kind,
Yeah,
right?
thank you, Puan. The workforce cost is not just wages. It covers all the costs of fringe benefits. It covers all the costs of all the non-intrinsic, your leave, your benefit, your flexi benefit that we're giving, and as well as it covers our subcontractor labor costs. Yep.
Because this will represent the compensation for employees. CE. Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tan, I've got one question. Because normally PLWS, the relationship is they're talking about between employer and employee. So in one of your slide, I seen you put there subcontractors incentive. So this is something new. May you elaborate what you mean of subcontractors? Because normally the PLWS will link between majikan and staff, employer and employee. But you have something there, subcontractors incentive. Can you elaborate what it's all about?
Yep. The subcontractor incentive is actually more towards our subcontract labor, which means sometimes for some of the terms hiring, temporary staff hiring, terms hiring to fulfill some of the seasonal jobs that we have, we do also hire subcontractor labor because of to cope the demand of the business. And that's where every subcontractor labor that we hire, we ensure that we are trying to extend the similar benefits, incentive, productivity, link to incentive that we're able to apply to them. And that's where we also come out a category. Of course, we cannot fulfill 100% of all the productivity link benefits here, but we try to extend some that is possible to this subcontractor labor. For examples, like we hire some cashier. So this cashier probably need to perform some of the jobs, and if they actually putting something extra, and that's where we also give them extra allowance.
Ms. Tan, with all these incentive, also can be stressful to the employees, I mean, there's some study I've done, in the research that you give so much, of course, incentive, but it's actually demand from the employee side. Have you done study, because we don't know what's happening in the company level, have you done the job satisfaction by the employee? Because the more you're giving allowance, actually, you look at the long term, their demand is there, because, KPI, actually, I mean, this kind of company, all big company, all KPI based. But actually, have you done that study or not during the PLWS? What is the response from the employee side? Are they enjoying to all these, or maybe they feel that stressful? They keep, a lot of Malaysian workers keep their heart. They never say out because you don't have venue for them to speak. The moment you speak, you are in trouble. That's in the context today. Yeah? I mean, from Malaysian, that study I've done, I also do study. So the second question. What is the external customer will think about because there's another company that did study on the external customer satisfaction, and they said maybe the product only. So I think, can you elaborate on this? My question, I mean, I'm actually provoking your side that everybody said, wow, so many incentives, but actually it's increasing the demand, the stress, and so on. But Malaysian workers so good, they never said, they put it hard.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. And you exactly bring out what the Malaysian workforce is actually also looking at today. You are very true. and you can see one of the slide under the benefits, we do present the employee engagement survey that we actually carry out. And our survey is done globally. In a way, it's 100% anonymous through a third party that even myself or my CEO will not have a chance to know who are the one answering. And you are right. And no doubts that we sustain a good engagement score during the pandemic, but we do experience a drop in terms of our engagement score in year 2022, just right after the pandemic. And that is also exactly the point that you have raised, and that is also what it tells why we actually have a different goals, targets, not just about better productivity. Now we are looking at better society and better government, because we know the professional today is not a manufacturing plant that you feed them with cash where the operator were very happy working, but we know they are demand at different aspects of perks, not something with monetary, but something which also deal with being a better society and better governments. And
Sorry, let me add on some about the first question. A part of our survey, our global survey, we do also provide some tool or channel for our employee, which is we call it employee digital suggestion box, which is that one is one of the tool. If let's say an employee having issues, having any trouble, they just can submit the survey. Then the survey also can be anonymous. Okay, but they need to give us the location of their branch as well. So this tool is one of the channel for us. Example, if they have an issue at their location, so what of engagement also, and also the feedback from employee itself. That's all.
Yeah. To add on, under this forward capital plan that we have, we already in place. We have SGS Women Clubs. We have SGS Human Rights Task Force, where we very much focus on human rights. And we also starting up a club called Gen X Club, where this is solely for the new generation, Gen Y, Gen G people, to understand what is their needs and what they want in their career. Thank you very much.
Okey, terima kasih diucapkan kepada pembentang Mr. Tan daripada SGS Malaysia Siam Berhad dan rakan pembentang. Seterusnya kita telah tiba kepada pembentang terakhir bagi kategori industri besar dan secara keseluruhannya, dan dipersilakan tanpa kita membuang masa adalah Terengganu Silika Konsortium Siam Berhad. Dipersilakan Puan Abita. Dipersilakan.
Very good evening to the judges, and I'm Abita, Administrative Manager working under Terengganu Silika Consortium. Here I would like to present the implementation of productivity linked wage system in Terengganu Silika Consortium Sdn Bhd. Terengganu Silika Consortium Sdn Bhd is the first mineral industry in Asia and Oceania to apply integrated operation in mining, beneficiation plant and private port at Kampung Bari, Setiu Negeri Terengganu. Terengganu Silika Consortium also have commenced the operation in year 2016. And at the same time, Terengganu Silika Consortium Sdn Bhd is known as the first mineral industry for non-metallic processing that applies green technologies throughout in its operation, and won an award, Asian Mineral Award in year 2019. And at the same time, Terengganu Silika Consortium also strive to establish sea turtle hatcheries with the collaboration of Jabatan Perikanan Negeri Terengganu and Universiti Malaysia Terengganu under corporate social responsibility. In implementation of PLWS, Terengganu Silika's company's productivity performance has been shown here with the inputs of number and the projections of the graph, whereby the productivity indicator, labor productivity, in year 2019, it is 257,000. And
with the increase of almost 50% by year 2021, that is 528,000, followed by the added value per labor cost, which is 3.29, and also have a significant growth, which is almost 50%, that is 6.06 in year 2021, followed by the labor cost per employee and unit labor cost, which the numbers should be significantly declined, and where we have achieved in 2019 is 0.12, whereas in 2021 is 0.10. With that, we feel we are in a right track, and at the same time, we have fulfilled the measurements of labor cost competitiveness. With that, we feel strong, we have desiredly succeed, and succeeding with the implementation of PLWS. And at the same time, what we could conclude here is the company have shared the prosperity equally and fairly throughout the organization as in one whole family concern. That's it. Okay, and followed by the salary and wage disbursement is where we have shown here the figure. In 2019, the salary and wage disbursement is 6.7 million, and there is an increase of 40% in year 2021, where it is 9.4 million. And at the same time, Terengganu Selika Consortium also have invested in human capital growth in year 2019, which is 64%, and gradually increase in year 2020, that is 67.7%, and significant growth in year 2021, that is 86.4%, where it shows the importance and the privatize of the company towards the human capital growth, which it leads to job satisfactory, and at the same time, it's a recognition given by the company to the manpower reinforcement, and also it's known as the heart of the company for the success. And followed by the statistic of manpower, which is, we proudly to say that we are the first mining industry where we have the recruitment of 100% local, that's 100% Malaysian citizen, which at the year of 2017 is just 50 headcounts and increased to 115 by year 2022. The elements then being implemented under PLWS is basically as per shown here, where it is not limited, of course it be revised by yearly basis, and it's basically in a pyramid concept where the fundamentally is, of course, the increase of salary, yearly salary, based on the KPI, key performance indicator evaluation and achievement, where we would say that there is a standard increment be implemented too. For non-executive, it's RM50 to RM75 ringgit increment, and for executive is 3 to 6% of their monthly salary. That is a standard without any evaluation or assessment being done. And followed by the bonus dispersion, that is non-contextual bonus, where in year 2019, the minimum scale we have started is 25% to 100%, and gradually increased to, in year 2020, is minimum 50% to 125%, and in 2021, it has shown a significant growth, which is minimum 50% to maximum 200%, and of course, we are expecting in this year to have the maximum scale up to 350 or 400%. And followed by the benefit and perks, which is not optional, it is necessity for the employees, where it's given assurance, comfort, and the appreciation by the company towards the employees with the benefits and perks. For an example here, I would like to highlight where we are offering permanent job. There is no contract job being offered to our employees. So it's given a lifetime assurance on their employability. And besides that, I would like to share some success story that Okay, sorry, judges. That is a slide where we have shown the certificates obtained by our employees recognition. Under Board of Atomic as a radiation officer. Okay, anyhow, one of our officer, metallurgist, her dream is to become a lecturer in University Science Malaysia towards her retirement age. So therefore, we encourage her to pursue her studies, which all the costs and expenditure bared by us. And currently, she is a recognized radiation officer under Atomic Board Malaysia. And that is one of the success stories. And besides that, our plant operators, we have selected a dedicated committed plant operators, 3 of them, to reskill and upskill their talent, where we have sent them for the training front end loader, technical drive, and they've been repositioned as a front end loader, technical driver from the plant operator. So it's a big leap for them. So if as an operator, they'll be learning 1,500 per month. With the front end loader, they are learning 2,500 per month. So that's a big leap for them. Yes. And at the same time, well, the slide is missing. I would like to, actually, I'm supposed to show the bonus dispersion in year 2021, where 200, that means 200% means, that means the factor is 2.0 for the month to be paid, the bonus for 12 headcounts. And I do not know the range, the rest, but at the end, there is 7 employees who did not eligible for bonus award due to the misconduct in their misconduct filing in their employment records. So that was the reason being. And secondly is about the key performance indicator, where we have 2 parts of the key performance indicator. One is assessed by the individual. What are the parts? No, the individual. There are 2 parts, right? Competency. Okay, competency, and the secondly is, yes, this is the one which is a departmental evaluation that is continuously referred to the effort of sustainability practices. Okay, why looking into this objective category, performance management, employee management, cost management, and safety management. These are the elements is embedded to the employee performance by referring to the aspect of governance, social, and environmental, where it is needed for the employee to strive and to have a clear insight of their vision, where they could deliver their capability, their knowledge as per expected by the company, and as per their capability. At the same time, they could set their own target achievement by looking into inside of objective description being laid out here, and they could create their ownership on the task or assignment awarded. The elements. Okay, fine. I don't know, something went wrong, I guess so. So, okay, the model that we are practicing is model productivity and keuntungan. Okay, here is the growth of the fixed asset investment that is concurrently inclined together the sales infographic, where here we can see clearly in year 2018, the investment asset being invested is around 248 million, and by year 2021, the company have invested around 255 million. So it shows clearly that the company is expanding. When the company is expanding, that is a manpower reinforcement increases proportionally to the need of the productivity, where prestasi syarikat adalah saling berkaitan dengan prestasi kaki tangan. Okay, regarding the challenges and issues, basically it's a common expectation as for the employee to receive a high pay salary, including me, but why not? If you deserve, you have a knowledge, capability, and you are sincerely putting effort for the growth of the company, you are deserved. So with that, the top management, of course the board of directors, they have laid out a performance plan for first 5 years, 10 years, 15 years by stages, where the top management will be is constantly communicating with the management, senior management, middle management on the regular basis, which is bi-weekly meeting, technical meeting, operational meeting, to show the capex, opex, cost incurring, losses, revenue, and sales that been recorded. And this will be check and balance with the PLWS implementation, and at the same time KPI performance to be check and balanced. And we probably would say that during our pandemic, with the PLWS implementation, we could disperse the salary and allowance payment as per regular basis without any restriction to all the employees, even though we were in the ideal mood for 3 months, and at the same time we had a problem in the cash flow at that point. Okay, now the slide will be taken over by my colleague, Ms. Dalina.
Okey, seperti yang kita maklum, sistem upah yang dikaitkan dengan produktiviti merupakan satu sistem yang mewujudkan hubungan yang lebih rapat di antara upah dengan produktiviti. Sistem ini memastikan sebarang kenaikan gaji selaras dengan prestasi pekerja. And then syarikat melihat pekerja sebagai asset company, so dengan implement sistem PLWS, ia memberi faedah kepada majikan dan pekerja. So faedah utama kepada majikan dengan pekerja mewujudkan situasi win-win, menang-menang bagi syarikat dan kaki tangan secara tidak langsung mewujudkan kemakmuran dan kesejahteraan bersama. And then faedah, sebagai ringkasan, faedah PLWS ini juga mempunyai pekerja yang berkualiti dan berdisiplin, and then merapatkan hubungan antara pekerja dengan majikan, and then memberi peluang peningkatan kerjaya, and then syarikat mempunyai pekerja yang loyal dan turnover rate rendah, and then peningkatan gaji, pemberian insentif dan reward akan motivate pekerja secara tidak langsung, akan memberi semangat kepada mereka untuk bekerja. Pekerja diberi ganjaran dan pengiktirafan yang sesuai dengan prestasi kerja mereka. Jadi to end our presentations, that is our last slide, testimoni pekerja dari tapak projek syarikat kami located di Setiu, Terengganu.
Saya bekerja sini selama 7 tahun, bermula Ogos 2015 sehingga sekarang. Saya ditugaskan untuk mengurus bahagian pentadbiran seperti hal-hal pejabat dan CSR projek.
Saya Mahmudin bin Marwan, saya asal dari Selangor. Saya mula berkhidmat di Terengganu Selika sejak Julai 2018 hingga kini. 4 tahun lebih. Saya berkhidmat sebagai geologis, terlibat dalam kerja-kerja eksplorasi di Setiu dan Barang.
Saya Marwati, saya mula bekerja sebagai kontrak di Terengganu Selika pada tahun 2017. Pada 1 Januari, saya ditetap sebagai pekerja tetap di Terengganu Selika.
Saya Fatih Fatihah dari Khusus E Department. Saya bermula di Terengganu
Mac 2021. Pada bulan 8 2021 saya telah diserap sebagai staf tetap di Terengganu Selika sebagai HOD Assistant.
Nama Nasrullah bin Muhammad, asal jabatan sini graduate operator, masuk tahun 2016. Saya ditekankan di site Marah dalam setahun lebih. Lepas tu balik ke STU, start balik kat Lombok dalam 2 tahun.
Banyak kemudahan yang saya dapat sepanjang saya kerja sini, macam kemudahan perubatan, uniform, subsidi makan tengah hari, tempat tinggal juga disediakan kepada pekerja-pekerja yang di luar kawasan.
Sebagai contoh, insentif perkahwinan, insentif hari jadi dan insentif kelahiran anak. Selain itu juga saya mendapat kenaikan bonus, kenaikan gaji dan bonus bergantung pada pencapaian tahun yang dulu. Akhir kata, saya berharap Terengganu Selika dapat berkembang lebih maju di masa akan datang.
Antaranya kelebihan KWSP, slot dan ada cuti, kelebihannya sebagai energi staf kontrak di Terengganu ni. Terima kasihlah banyak-banyak.
Dan saya berharap lepas ni saya dapat tingkatkan lagi saya punya performance di Terengganu Selika sebagai safety officer. Terima kasih.
Kebaikan dekat dengan kampung. Lepas tu ada kenaikan gaji. Duduk sini dalam 5 tahun.
Saya merupakan orang Terengganu dan dapat bekerja di Terengganu Selika merupakan satu kelebihan yang amat besar bagi saya kerana saya lebih dekat dengan keluarga saya. So harapan saya agar Terengganu Selika terus berkembang maju dan berjaya.
Telah mengupgrade kekompetenan saya daripada Chargeman A1 kepada A4 dan seterusnya kepada BO tahap. Lepas tu harapan saya untuk Terengganu Selika adalah untuk melihat Terengganu Selika ni akan terus berkembang dari masa ke semasa.
Okay, itu saja dari kami, Terengganu Selika.
Already 5 o'clock, so we need to keep ourselves motivated. Okay, all right. Thank you for the excellent presentation. Okay, I'd like to know what do you mean tambah nilai modal insan. Just now I saw the one. Can you show the bonus? Yeah, nilai tambah modal insan. What is that? Actually?
Okay, nilai tambah modal insan basically the percentage refers to the bonus and the benefits that been dispersed throughout the year. So the total cost that incurred, not only bonus but the cash in kind and non-cash in kind.
Right.
So that is the total amount being shown. That 2 million, 1.8 million, and 2.8 million.
Oh, including non-monetary value also inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the other one, the workers, 115. Is it yeah. Actually, how many total workforce in your company?
Okay, currently it's 115, sir. Okay, we are looking into employee sustainability, where it's inclined to our operation sustainability down the road for 60 years. So we uphold the policy of recruitment local manpower till today, and of course we do come across. Not to say we did not come across. We do come across some hindrance, some constraints, but with our PLWS implementation, with the perks, benefits that we are promoting, and of course the salary scale, at the same time the overtime and the bonus being dispersed, where there's increase of bonus on yearly basis, the scale, which is being been known and been transpired throughout our management, including non-executive management. So that was the encouragement for the locals to come over on the recruitment.
100% is locals one.
Yes, sir, 100%.
Okay, peningkatan pengkajian tahunan kan? You see there, how is correlation with the 115? How do that?
The question is, your salary is 9.4 million.
Oh, yes.
That means it's for 115 workers.
Okay, the 9.4 million is for the year 2021, sir. So it reflects to 108 headcounts. So it's just a salary and wage, excluding the benefits, the bonuses.
So how much you get per monthly? Like that?
Okay, on the pro rate, sir. Okay, on pro rate.
During the PLWS.
Okay, on the pro rate, where we do not include, we include the overtime on pro rate minimal for the operator. We are looking into operator skill where they would earn in minimum 2,000 per head with the overtime, sir, in average.
This after minimum wage.
After minimum wage is
1,500.
1,500 in a pro rate range. In average, we are looking at very minimal, sir. As I giving you the figure, the minimum, the estimated minimum is 2.0K.
No, the average, if they're getting 9.4 million in 2021.
Okay.
For 108 workers.
Okay, 108 manpowers. Okay, I would like to do a correction here, sir. The 9.4 million is inclusive with the bonus dispersion as well.
Yeah, they may average per worker getting almost 90,000 a year.
Average. Okay, so
if you divide the 9.4 million with 100.
I nak kerja sana lah.
Okay, it's like this. Okay, okay. All right. So of course, but we need to look into the top management, the specialized skill management. Their earning is very differ.
So you are saying that now we are referring to 2021 with 108 headcounts. So I would like to ask for the how many technical and non-technical?
Okay.
How many engineers actually?
Okay. One, if I'm looking into managerial, technical, and supervisory (MTS) percentage, it is 48%.
48% of the headcount.
Of the headcount.
Represented by technical team.
Yes. So of course, there's a specialized skill, and non-technical is 52%.
You consider geology also technical, right? Engineers saja berapa?
Engineers, okay, we have juniors, seniors.
No, tak kisah. Berapa? They are high skill tau.
High skill, dia dah 52.
52 orang. Oh, 52 orang adalah engineers.
52%. Itu
52 apa?
executive and above.
I'm asking about the engineers saja berapa? Engineer campur geologi semua kan? Tadi ada geologi saya rasa. Betul? Oh, that might be very.
Okay. Okay, it's like this point. If you're talking about the executives, basically, executive with the specialized skills, we would say they are around out of 108, it's they are around 50 to 52 of them. Yeah,
half lah.
52
About
of them.
half.
Because we need that specialized skill. Why one? Because we are the first in Malaysia to have this industry. So for
you employing all locals, right? No expatriates, right?
no expatriates one. Why we are saying this? Because we have a continuous on-job training by online, by physical, where our counter partners from Japan, the expatriates will come over, will conduct the training.
But not included in here. The salary is not included here, right? The Japanese, because
No, actually because the counter partner is being paid by them. So of course this is entirely for Malaysian.
again, I would like to answer to ask you regarding the nilai terdampar mudarisan tu. So I don't quite clear. 64% is actually from what area? If you are talking about, let's say at the macro level, we are referring to the gross domestic product (GDP). Okay, kita kata GDP. Berapa persen daripada GDP goes to compensation of employees. Let's say from the GDP, about 37% goes to compensation of employees. So in this regard, in this context, you are saying 64%. 64% from where? From
Okay, 64% is competitively to the wage being paid. That means the jumlah gaji pokok one. So that is the comparison being made.
That 3.4 million plus with 2.2 million.
Yeah, not plus. 2.2 million over 3.4 million won.
All the percentage get from there. About 2890.
2.2 million from
3.4 million won. So that is a comparison because that comparison is the wage being paid.
Oh, okay. That means nilai tambah modal izat ada referring kepada insentif lah.
Incentive and the bonus dispersion.
Okay, now I get it. Thank you.
Final questions. Okay, you just now show the chargeman, kan? Chargeman, From my experience, some of the people, this is a real issue, They joined as a chargeman 20 years ago, remain as a chargeman. Okay, there's another case, and this real case, another company joined as a chargeman, he become assistant engineer. I mean, another two. I mean, it's a very much exploitation, discrimination. But this person is very loyal to the company until now. Just chargeman, not even upgraded the salary. So, what about your company policy? If we just say BO want the joining, because they are specialized people, So when how long they can? There's any career path, Like I said, it's not they can be an assistant engineer. So because they are the backbone. Chargeman is the backbone. Anything wrong, you will call them because the whole factory shut down. But these two critical cases I showed to you, there's already happened lah. This person already more than 25 years still chargeman, but is the main person. But another company, the same person joining, you already assistant engineer. So what your company, the policy? I think I saw the interview just now.
Yes, sir.
What's your career path you already put in the
Okay, so basically, our chargeman, as what he has stated that he joined it as a low voltage chargeman, which is graded as A1, and that is a training provided by the ST Suruhanjaya Tenaga, the training, where we communicated with the ST Kelantan and Terengganu. We communicated with them. They do have a provision to upgrade the skill. So from A1, he been upgraded to A4, and recently he had undergone the examination set by the Suruhanjaya Tenaga, and he had been awarded as a BO Terhad. BO Terhad means the licensing which park under the company. Okay, we have, okay, to be frank, sir, he been receiving 6,000 currently, 6,000, and we will revise to almost 10,000. That is the maximum scale we have agreed for now for the BO Terhad.
I help you lah. Kita dua dah calculate prorate 2,600. 2,000 on average lah. If we count by head count, on average 2,600 something Betul lah.
2019 dia. Tadi kita guna
but we are using
2021 nanti salah
we are using the 2019 with 108 head count, right? Okay lah. Prorate you punya average wages is 2,700.
Yes, Puan, because that is the incentive or the platform to attract the locals to come and join us. So that's the only way we could do. We have to increase the dispersion of salary and wage.
Okay, dia. Got question or not, ya?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okey, terima kasih diucapkan kepada Terengganu Silika Consortium Siam Berhad. Maka dengan itu tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, kita telah tamat kepada semua pembentangan pada pagi ini, termasuk 5 bagi kategori kecil, 5 bagi kategori besar dan 5 bagi kategori besar sederhana dan besar pada petang ini. Maka dengan ini pembentangan secara keseluruhannya telah tamat. Majlis dengan ini mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada semua finalis Anugerah PLWS 2022 bagi ketiga-ketiga kategori di atas pembentangan yang telah kita mulakan sejak pagi tadilah. Maka sesi pembentangan telah berakhir, keputusan akan kita ketahui esok. Maka dengan ini kami menjemput semua untuk menghadiri Majlis Anugerah PLWS 2022 dan seterusnya majlis penutup yang akan disempurnakan oleh Yang Berhormat Menteri Sumber Manusia di Grand Ballroom Hotel Sunway Putra mulai jam 8 pagi esok. Sekali lagi dimaklumkan bahawa sijil penyertaan peserta akan diberikan secara e-certificate. Isikan nama dan email yang betul dan tuan-puan diminta untuk scan QR code yang disediakan bagi menjawab soalan penilaian. Program seterusnya akan menerima e-certificate tersebut. Sekiranya mana-mana pihak yang tidak tahu untuk mengisinya, minta berhubung dengan pihak Rustia lah, pihak Rustia akan bantu ya. Maka bagi peserta-peserta kategori besar pada petang ini diminta untuk tinggal ataupun kekal di dewan ini buat sementara bagi sesi photoshoot dan juga video. Yang lain-lain saya rasa setakat ini sahaja. Kita jumpa pada majlis penutup esok. Okey, terima kasih kepada syarikat besar, sederhana dan kecil. Semoga usaha tuan-tuan membuahkan hasil. Sekian daripada kami untuk hari ini. Okey, sekian. Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Assalamualaikum dan terima kasih.
Nanti. Yalah, ini tak ada pula. Kita, Nana. Satu orang, you dengar sini, you jangan pergi mana. Itu Tuan Haji tak ada. Kena you tak ada. Kena you punya kawan tak ada. Apa tu? Nak group foto lah. Mana?